What is ternary operator? What is ternary operator?
It is a condition divide with multiples operating expression.
Why we use ternary operator?
Check the conditions of
What? Same like that. What is the exact meaning? Like in which condition we use instead of conditional statement? Instead of if else. Instead of if else, we can be used ternary operator. Okay.
can use.
That is the main reason.
Yes, sir.
We can't use the if else in the React code. Okay. Instead of that, we are using that ternary operator. And what are the things? What is comparison operators? Why we use comparison operator, and what is the value returning? Two or false. To compare two operands. Okay. How many total array methods are in JavaScript? Total 6. How many total? Six is the main 6. Total 36 array methods are in JavaScript. Okay. Mostly, widely we use 6 array methods only. Okay. And why we use array methods in Java? Array functions.
Store multiple values.
Store multiple. Array, by using array we store multiple values. Why we use array functions, array methods in JavaScript? To same like that for loop only with the different operations. Okay, same like for loop we traverse through the array by the different operations. Okay, that's why we are using the array methods. Okay, today we are going to see about the functions. What are the things you know about the JavaScript functions? Okay, normal functions. What are the things function do? What is the meaning of the function? Anyone tell? Which operation?
Run the block of code.
Next. Okay. What is the use of the functions in JavaScript? By using functions, we going to execute the one task. Okay, the function define means the one task. Okay, to if you are using multiple times, if you are doing the multiple job continuously, then we can be use functions. Okay, like if you are doing one work, like if you are washing the clothes. Okay, if, like washing machine is a function. Okay, assume that we give the input as a dirty clothes. Okay, it wash that and gives us output as a wash the cloth. Okay, assume like that. And in the JavaScript we use function keyword to declare the function. Okay, function declaration. Anyone tell the syntax of the function declaration in JavaScript? Name of function.
Function name.
Function name.
And
Function name. Okay. Here within the curly brackets, it's have a set of code that will be executed. This is a parameter. Okay. It will be parameter the function have. Okay. And this is a function name, and we defining it as a function. While defining the function, what will be happen in the memory? I said yesterday class, day before yesterday class. While defining the function, what is happening in the memory?
mention.
In the JavaScript, while defining the function, what happened to the memory? How it storing the space in the memory? Okay. While using the var, okay, var variable, what happening here? I declare on variable. Then what happening there? In the memory.
Creating the space in the memory.
Okay. In where? Which place it's creating the memory? Top of the memory. Same like that, function create the space in the top of the memory. Okay. It is allows the hoisting. Okay. Same like that, same functionality like a where it's create a memory in the top of the memory and accessible throughout the whole code. Okay.
Where it will be created, sir, or stack or GPU?
Stack memory. See, here if you are declaring here, it create a function as the top of the memory. Okay, which can be accessed throughout the whole JavaScript where we can be used. Okay. And that is a question. See here, I call the function here before initializing, it get the value from here. Okay, same like a var, but it call the function. Can you understand how is? Huh? See, here we call the function in the initial state. Okay, then only we declare that function. Okay, this function call after declaration also. Okay.
So it will be going to work.
Yes. Okay. So what is the return of this function? What will be written? Hello plus name. Whichever we pass through the parameter, it return hello that name. Now I am sending like Amit. Then what will be the return value? Hello Amit. It will be reflecting that in console now. Okay. It will be used. We can be declare initial state also. It also does the same thing. Okay. See, I need to create one addition function. Okay, I'm going to add a two numbers. Okay, I just call the value, call the function, and in the function I am adding the two numbers. Okay, here I do the only one thing only. I just add the number and return it. Okay, I see, I get the values and add the number and return it. It's to give the value result as the addition of the two numbers. Okay, but I am doing the single work only, just returning the values. Why I need to write these three lines of function code?
Not going to the usual name.
Why I need to write for 3 lines? To make it concise, we will be use the arrow function. Okay, this is a ES6 feature, arrow function. That will be you make the code, make the function concise and allow the callbacks also. Okay, most of the callbacks using the arrow function only. Okay, I don't, while using the arrow function, I declaring this as a const. Okay, const add equal to, and here I have been use the arrow. Can you see the difference between this arrow function and also normal function? Can you see the difference between that? There is any difference? Hmm? What is the difference between those two?
The arrow is equal to an arrow.
Hmm?
Equal to an arrow.
Okay. We define the function as a constant.
Function.
Okay. We define the function as a constant value. Okay. Here, I just returning the addition of the two numbers only. So I don't need to use the curly braces and write it separately. I write it in a single line. Okay, and I also remove the return also. It will be work or not? Why? It works. In function also I do the same thing, but I write the code for 3 lines. But here in the arrow function I do the same thing, but I doesn't give the return function, or I doesn't use the curly braces. Anything I won't use. But why it's written? Okay. Anyone tell what is the output of this function? Huh? 5. It will be give the output as a 5. Are you sure? Why it's throwing error? Hmm? Yeah, in function also we do the same thing, na? Why now it's showing the error?
But it's showing a constant value.
In function, that is a function scope. Okay, that function is a function scope, and the constant we are declaring the function in the arrow function. We are declaring it as a constant. So it is a block scope. So we can't access the previously. Okay. We now what is the output? Now it will be written the output. Okay. Can you understand the difference between the arrow function and the normal function? Which we understand? Okay. Okay, what will be the output here? I only I use two consolers. Because okay, while we are using the function, it will be given the input, and while we use the arrow function, it return the error. Okay. Another question also. Which one going to execute? Arrow function or normal function?
Allow from function.
Hmm? Allow from
Arrow.
arrow. Anyone else? Which one? Which is the return? Which answer is written? What is the result of this? Allow from arrow. How? Because we are redeclaring. Here we are using that already one constant is declared. Okay, already one constant is declared. We are redeclaring that function, so it gives the error. Okay. Just understand the difference between the normal arrow and the normal functions only. Function and the arrow function. While we are using the arrow function, the code will be the in concise manner, and we can be easily understand that. Okay. For the function call, for the callback functions, we can be use the arrow functions. It will be better for that. Okay. Just to say another one question also. What is the output of this? What will be the output here? I am just saying calculate the area 5, 4 and gives like multiple of the areas. 20. How we find the time? Anyone give the explanation why it's gave undefined? Return time. Because there is no return time. Here we are using arrow function only, but we have been using the curly braces. While using the curly braces is assumed that it is a set of code. it need the return type. Okay, if it is in a single line, then there is no need of the return type. If it is in a single line, then we won't define the return type. It will be automatically return that value. Okay. If in the say arrow function also, if it is in a single line function, then it don't need the return. If it is in a multiple line, if it is in a curly within the curly braces, we need to define the return type. Okay. And the last one. What will be the output here? Six.
Pre-incremental.
Pre-incremental. This is pre-incremental. Post incremental. Okay, just what is pre? Pre means first. Okay, and post means which comes to next. Okay, it is pre-incremented, so the value is become a 5. Now, okay. Okay. Now all of you know about the functions. Am I correct? Normal function and the arrow function. Just write one arrow function to return the area of the triangle. Arrow function. Okay.
Can you tell the formula?
Formula of the triangle. Area of the triangle. Half into b into base into 5. Okay. Just write a code for that triangle. Okay, instead of using the 1/2, okay, just use the 0.5. Okay. 0.5. 0.5. Okay. Anyone tell what is the function callback or callback function? callback function. What is callback function? Hmm. What is mean by callback?
Function calling to another function.
Function calling itself. That is the iteration.
Gives to another argument. Who is argument another.
Hmm. Giving the function as the argument and that function calling that function, argument function. Okay, that is a callback function. Just go with one example. See, here I have two functions. Okay, one is a greet and another one is a say bye. Okay, here I am sending the name and also that function to by calling the one function, sending the function to another function. Okay, here the function is known as a callback and used as a callback, and here it's calling. Okay, here it gets the name and saying the hello and plus name and calling that callback function also. Okay. See here, the two functions are called. Okay, that is a callback function. What is mean by even? Rather than JavaScript, what is mean by even? Performance. I ask what is event, not the event in the JavaScript. I ask him what is event. Whatever any performance or any actions that is defined by the event. Okay. In the JavaScript, we can be access the HTML element and call the JavaScript by using those events only. Okay. If I click the button, if I hover the mouse over it, and if I move it, if I change the input value, if I double click, that are the events. Okay, I scroll the screen, that also an event. Based on that event, I change I call the JavaScript functions. Okay, like for the event management in the JavaScript, we have been used the listeners, event listener. Okay, for the tag, for the each tag we have add a event listener. By that listener we define one event, and by that event we call the one function and execute. Okay, just assume one scenario. I going to apply for the one form, and I create a new account I going to create an account in the Gmail. Okay, initially I am going to sign up. What are the details I need to give? First name, number. Huh? In Gmail. Gmail itself.
First name, last name,
First name, last name, phone number. Then
mail
mail ID. It's all details gathering in a single page. In single page. You try. If I going to more than one page, then how it know it that the data are captured and go to the next page? How it will be know? While clicking that button, it getting the values in that field and capture the values and go to the next page. Same like that way. Say that called the event. I click the button. While I am clicking the button, check the field. The fields are filled or not, and if it's filled, gather the input values. If it is not filled, then go to the throw the error. Like it is not filling. Okay, just fill the first name, just fill the last name. By the field, it's validating. This all the things are happened by that event, by the DOM manipulations. Okay. Okay. Why we need to use the event in the JavaScript? Why we need to use the event in the JavaScript?
Perform functions.
For that thing only. Okay. To perform the whatever we need to action, to perform any action, we need to capture the event. Okay. Based on the event, we do the work performance. Okay. Here, that is the syntax for capturing the event. Okay. This is the syntax. Okay. This element refers to the tag. Tag or the element. Okay. And here the add event listener is a function that capture the event and do the functions. Okay. Here in this form, I am going to capture the first name, last name, email and password. Okay. I just write a script for that. Initially, I need to capture means I need to get the element. Okay. How JavaScript analyze fetch the data from this element, from this first name. How it analyze? See, how it get the data from this? Like this, for the first name, I need to get the data. So, how it get the data from this input? How it catch the input tag? See, I need the value from this input. Okay, first name. How the JavaScript capture this input tag only. Here, most of the input tags are there. Then I need to capture the value from here only. Then how I capture that value? Through ID name. Now you, Samir, what is ID name in JavaScript? ID and class name.
ID is moving to first name for labels, sir. Both are linked, sir.
For ID.
Yes, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
ID is linked only for the label.
Yes, sir.
No other use of ID.
Yes, sir. Both are interconnected.
Nothing to say. Initially I said that ID is for JavaScript functions and class name for the CSS. Okay. We apply the style by using the class name. We apply the functions, event managements by using the ID name. Okay. Here I take the element by using the ID name, F name. Okay. Initially, I need to get that element, so I just want to use that document. Document is nothing, it is a DOM element, okay? In JavaScript, DOM is defined as the tree. See? In anyone tell what is DOM means? DOM, the abbreviation for the DOM. Model. Document object model, okay? It takes the element as an object. By using the document, it updates the values, okay? And here, assume that HTML code. Here, these are the interconnected code. Assume that is the tree. Okay. One second. Okay. See here inside the HTML tag there is a two main things, head and the body. Okay. Inside the head it contains the values like link, script, title that are the child of the head. Okay. Inside the body it's containing one div. This is a child of the body and this div is contain three elements like header, div, and if there is a footer that's also contained with this. Okay. Here now it's have a two child, header and the div, and in header it contains the h1 that is a child of the header. Okay. It's flow like the flow chart only. See here the document is defined as the root element, root HTML, and in that HTML we have two concepts, head and the body. In the head we have title, and inside the title we have defining the text as a my title. Here what is the text? Document. For inside the text in the script there is a no script, no value. If I am writing any script inside that, this is the text of the script. Okay. And for the single tag, this is a structure tag. It have need to close the tag. For the single tag like link tag, image tag, we can be use that. There is a no input element. There is a attribute. Attributes that define the values. Okay. And here the body contains the values. The values contain the child. Okay, as a text or any attributes that are the values related to that element. Okay, and here the three steps in the DOM element. First is the select. We need to select the element. Okay, for that selecting element we have been use the get element by ID. We select the element by ID by using the function get element by ID. Okay, can you understand that? Get element, for what is the use of the get element by ID? By using its ID. Okay. Yes. Then select the element. We have lot of elements in the HTML. I need to select the H1 only. Then I use the ID of the H1 and select the element by using the get element by ID. Okay. And then I manipulate. Manipulate means I can do anything by changing the color, changing the content, or creating a new child within the tag. We can be do that. Okay. And listen. What are the I said previously that the event. Listen the event. If it is clicked, create the element. If it is value is changed, then update the value. These are the listening. Okay. Now we have go to get the value from the first name field. Okay. I select the value by using the f name. I select the input tag by using the ID f name. Then what I need to do? First initially define the whole thing. Define the whole thing as a document. Okay. So I use the document variable. Document. I'm using get element by ID. Okay. Here the ID is defining the here the ID is defining the which element I am going to select. Okay. Here the ID is f name. So I use that same ID here also. Anyone tell what is the output here? What? Hmm?
Open ones is stable.
HTML. Okay. What will be the output here for that console?
We are getting the data from the
We are getting the data by using the get element by ID. We select only the element. So what will be the output here? What will be the output came here in the first name? What it hold? Okay guys, just understand. By get element by ID, we select the element only. Then what will be the output here?
Element name.
Which element?
first name.
F9 is element.
No, sir. It is
ID.
ID.
Hmm. Then what is the element?
ID is holding to.
What is the element here? Huh?
ID is holding to first one.
Holding. No. Just you understand the question. By using the get element by ID, I fetch the element only. Here, what is the element are in the HTML code? What are the element?
Text.
That's why it will,
What?
that's why it will be like that.
No, the element means what are the HTML tags are in there we are using. That means the element. Okay. From the first class, I am saying element means HTML tags. Okay. Here, then what will be the what is constant code in the JavaScript? What the first name code? What is the value here?
Label. Label. First name label.
I take the ID from here only. What is the tag?
Input.
Then how it will be labeled?
Text.
Okay, you understand that? By using the get element by ID. Okay. By using this function, I take the element only. Okay. Element means HTML tag.
Yes.
Okay. Element means HTML tag. Then I am using here for the first name. Okay. For the first name I am getting. I using this ID. I using this ID. Then what will be the element it's called?
Input.
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 That's I am trying to say. Okay. Here there is a no value that's only contain the element, so it's want to be shown. If I need to get the value by using dot value, we can get the value from the element. Okay. Okay. I need to access the value from there, so I need to get the value. Then I can use the dot value. Okay. It won't return the value. Anyone say why it is there is a no value and
Because it did not enter the value.
we didn't call these functions also. Okay, I don't add the any actions here. Have you seen that? I just created one form and connected the script with that. I didn't add the any functions, anything I didn't add here. Okay, here on click functions I have been adding the event. Instead of I have been I also add like that here. Okay, we go with the on click only. Okay, after that we will be see the hover and double tick and scroll. This thing will be see later. Okay, initially we go with the on click only. I need to define this function into my code, into my script. I need to add that function. Okay. How to define a function, guys? I need to add a function in the my function. How I add that function? I need to declare one function. How I declare that function? Normal function only, no arrow function.
What's the function name?
Function name, and I am giving the event as a parameter, and I will be say what is the need of the event here. See, to capture that I am clicking on the button, that is the event. Okay, that is the event here. See this code, while I am clicking, that is the one event. Okay, I need to say to script, the user is clicking the button. So I added that on click button and pass the event here. Okay, without the event, I just saying like it will be work or not? Why? I won't pass the event. I just call the function only. It will be work or not? It work because I am defining the on click. It capture the button is click or not. I am calling this function. Okay. While I am clicking, it's called that function and there is nothing. Do you see that? It's happened because while I am clicking the submit button, the page get refreshed. Okay, every time I am clicking the submit button, the page get refreshed and the value also get refreshed. To avoid that, we will be we need to pass the event to prevent that refreshing. Okay, the user is submitting the button and I need to prevent that refresh. So I send that event value or E. We can send E also. E or event. Okay. And here also I need to capture that event, and by that event I am using another function, default function. Okay, prevent default. The prevent default is saying to the browser, don't refresh. Okay, don't refresh the browser, just user click that submit button. See, submit is clicked. This time it's want to be refreshed. Okay, I understand that why we need to pass the event. Do you understand? Okay, then while submitting while clicking the register button, I need to capture this value. Okay, initially I need to get this field element. Okay, then we have been using the document.getElement by ID. Now we have get the element, but we didn't get the value of the element. Now I am clicking, it's throw the element. Okay. See, this is the same element or not?
Yes, sir.
It gives the same element. Okay. Now I need to get the value from this element. Okay. Then I have been using the dot value. Now I am saying it's get the value from that. Okay? Have you understand how to get fetch the value from the element in the HTML? Now understand? Okay. In fact, same like that way, we fetch for other things also. What are the field in there, guys? Opening field, four fields. Okay. First name, last name, email and password. Okay. Now we fetch the element here, and by the element we need to get the value. We can be use the value, dot value here also. Okay. Here also we can be use that value. Now what will be the output here? What are the inputs user give? That will be the output here. Okay. Just say okay. What are the things I getting? It's showing here. Okay. I just console. If I won't get the password, that also getting here. If I need to say user fill all the fields, then won't click the submit button. How can I do that? Required, instead of using required field, we can be use think. We are using JavaScript, okay? By using JavaScript, we are fetching the values, okay? In the each field, we are knowing which field, which value is there, okay? Then how we will be find that which field is not filling, or there is a one field is not filled. We go and fill that field. How do we say? No. Just a simple logic. See, it's getting the value from the four field. Okay, in the four field, it's getting the value. But second time I am giving without password. Okay, the password only missing. It need to identify this field is not getting that value. Conditions. Which condition we can be used? That's it. We check the value. If there is a no value, then throw the alert message or throw the error. That's it. Okay. Okay. Now I am saying. Now the password is missing. Okay. I am saying all fields are required. It's correct or not? Correct or not?
Yes, correct, but we should to show the separate element or the separate thing.
We need to fetch the which field is not filling. Okay, which is not correct. We need to say that. So we fetch write the condition for the each of them.
Yes.
Okay.
This entire code written in the docs.
Hmm?
Is this entire code written in the docs period?
No, I put it and send it to you. Okay. In today just fill the first name. It's gives a fill all the liquid fields. Okay. If I am doing like without the I'm giving passwords in. It gives the valid email address because there is a no what. It check the email address by that thing only. Okay. Just we are adding the validations. Okay. Now, could you understand how to get the element and the value from the field? Can you understand that? All of them understand. Sorry. Do you understand how to get the value or element in the HTML? Do you have any doubt? If you have any doubt in this, just ask. How to get the element, how to check the event. Do you have any doubts? Just ask. No one have doubt? No? Okay. Today, what? Okay. Today as a task is this only. Okay. Create a one sign up page. Okay. Sign up page. In the each page that contain only one field. Get the value and move to the another page and move to the another page. Okay. And just to show the what is the input is given, just to show it in console. Okay. If that value is present in the field, just move to the another page. If there the value is not present, then ask user to input that. Okay. Just create it.
We have to create multiple pages.
You will need to create multiple page and use the anchor tag and link that page, other page, and move to the page, other pages. Okay. You finally you need to show the login page. That's it.
Once again, repeat.
You have to create new file.
Hmm?
You have to create new file and
You have to create a sign up page. Okay. In the each page, you have a multiple page. In each page, you need to fetch the single value only. Like email, password, full name, like that you need to get the each value only. After getting that, you need to validate that value also, the value is present or not, the value is correct. Like the password is need to contain 8 digit. Okay. It need to contain the capital word and also at any symbols like that it need to hold. And the email need to have the ending, like in good format. It need to have at and like that. It need to have, and the name must be have 2 letters, more than 2 letters. Okay. Like that you need to format that, and mobile number also. Okay. Create by using validate the details by using the JavaScript. Okay. Can you do that? Do you understand the task, all of them? It's just a validation only, okay?
We use like HTML and CSS also.
Okay.
And also transfer integrated.
For the CSS, you can be use the ChatGPT also. Like this.
Or else you said you should create multiple pages. Fill that. Again, create like this.
No, you need to create the multiple page only. Okay. Just use the multiple page only. This is a simple task only. Okay. And I have a big task for you. See, today is Wednesday. Okay. In the Friday, you need to create the name tag generator. Okay. by using the JavaScript, HTML and the CSS only. Like if I enter the name, it needs to show here. It need to comes like this, okay, and if I am clicking this, it need to remove, okay. They are going to use like that. It's only the DOM element only, okay. By using JavaScript, you need to create this. I will be explaining how to add these values and how to add the child class also. But you need to add the classes and define these functionalities. Okay? It's easy or not? On Friday. Okay. If I have give any data here, just while I am refreshing here, it get refresh, this page get refreshing. Okay. So now okay. If whatever web page in local, if we give one input and while refreshing, the page whole page getting the refresh. Okay. But here I am refreshing, it won't refresh. How it will be happen? Anyone?
Maybe prevent
Prevent. That prevent the refresh only. I did here from the Chrome tab I am doing. The variable is not removed. Why? That's also an assignment. Okay. Just search why it's not preventing. Why it's staying here. Okay. We will be see tomorrow. Today class 4. This is today's assignment, okay? And how? Why refreshing? Why the data is not drawn? Okay. And if you can do the work also and implement also, okay? If you can implement just that also. You guys have any doubt in the today class? Finally, you?
I have like so many doubts.
Okay, ask.
So if you want to run the program in like on HTML, we use like JavaScript now. So the code will be added on HTML or we use software JS.
Which one?
I can say like we use the code is like dummy HTML. So you want to write a code on JavaScript code to write it on the dummy.html. We use like software JS.
We can be do both. Actually, last class you dressing here absent. Actually, in the JavaScript, in the HTML code, within the script tab, we can be run the script. Okay, within the script tab, and we can be use the external code also by using the script.js like that. It need to store like that, and we need to import the script file in the HTML. Okay, by using the script tag, just import by using the file path. Okay. Okay guys.
Thank you.
See you next class. Okay?
Yes, sir.